Hello and welcome back to the Oaks, and yet again we are trying to make our way into a field with what seems to be, the more I use it, the that is far too big, but I'm still loving it. So we can turn off chopping the straw for now. So let's get that turned on and lowered down and try and spin round as much as we can. In fact, we'll just go straight in, I think. Make ourselves a bit of an entrance into the field, because what's the point in struggling when we can just cut the crop in front of us? Now, we have done a heck of a lot of harvesting. So, the plan is to put this onto courseplay today and auto drive for the carting tractors. Now I can get this going because we can then sort out the tractors and the trailers. So we are build 82, yeah, lovely. And open close, we will do 2 headlands. We are going to have smooth corners. We'll probably have to tidy up down here a bit. We'll stick it on maximum overlap. Up and down we'll do lands. We can keep that all as is. Let's just have a quick check. Yep, that looks pretty good to me. So generate a course, please. Thank you. So we can start that. Perfect. There we go. Now, what we will do while we're here is just save the course. This is field 82, I think. And it's harvest. Because there we go. That's fine. Yes, we're dropping straw, which is what we want. Because what we can do is, once we've finished the harvest and the field is cleared, we can then send the case in with the fast baler on and get it all baled up, and then we'll flog those bales as well. So what we need to do now is just to bring up the auto drive menu and pick field 82. And now we can turn that off and we can find ourselves tractor. Right, we don't need that for now. So let's go for this one. We'll take this down to the field and then it can be waiting to be unloaded. So we've just dropped off the auto stacker in field 83 along with the balers there and the header trailer and the John Deere's there. And I'm just watching to see if this unload goes successfully. It should do. I can't believe how quickly combine has filled up on that one. Let's just have a quick look in the old precision farming map. So 98 off field 83, I had to think then, couldn't get my words out. 97 overall. So looking good. Let's just have a quick look at the yield. Not bad. I mean, particularly good at this bottom corner, but let's see if we can work out. Yeah, it's loam. Of course it is. So that's going to be, hopefully, pretty decent yield. So yeah, they're unloading nicely. Excellent. Right, we can go and repair this vent, because you can see bottom right hand corner gauge is looking rather low. We'll get that done. We'll find the other cramped trailer, which I think is in the shed with the fertiliser and all that sort of stuff, and we'll get that parked in the field as well, just so that the combine has got plenty of trailer space to be unloading into, and then we can crack on, I think, with second cut of our grass. Let's get this repaired first and then we'll see what we need to be doing. Well, £28,000. Only done 14 hours work. My days. We will repair the weight as well for 34. Goodness me. That smarted a little bit there. Never mind. Right. Trailer, field, check on harvest. Let's go. So I'm expecting a calamity here, but hopefully that New Holland is going to be patient. There we go. So literally got into the field and tabbed to see where the John Deere was, and its beacons were on. So we've just whizzed round. We're going to unload it completely, and then we'll put this onto auto drive to go and tip it into the silo, I think, just because at least then it can be... Ooh, that was close. It can be off delivering whilst the combine is rapidly filling up. I mean, it's done... What? Let's have a quick look, because we were here before. That is ridiculous. Absolutely mad yield, that. Wow. Yeah, blown away by that. So, let's turn on auto drive and say, off you go. Yeah, hopefully exit the field now and go and deliver that to the silo. Really? I'm not going to turn it off because then we will destroy the crop. So, nobody saw a thing. Turn the other way. It never happened. Right. Let's find ourselves a tractor and get some mowers attached, shall we? So, got the mowers attached to the 7R and everything has had a good rinse off. I didn't clean the mowers after the last time they were used, so yeah, my bad there. If we now head down to probably field 88, I think, because we did that for hay last time. And the beauty about these mowers is they can swath, which means we can then run along with our fancy new baler, or fancy new leased baler should I say, and yeah, bale and wrap in one go. Have had a notification that the combine is full. I think the workers got themselves a bit confused and were just driving around the edge of the field, so hopefully we've sorted that. But we'll head down to the field. We'll check in on the combine and whatnot first, and then we can start some mowing. So, like most things with me, there's a slight change of plan. Field 88 is not ready to harvest yet, or should I say is not at the maximum growth state for grass. We could cut it, but we wouldn't get as much, so we are going to cut field 87 first, and this can be done for hay. So I did have to go and rescue the New Holland that had got itself stuck, or the trailer stuck on a wall, which is not helping things with yeah, making sure the combine doesn't have to wait. But it's not a massive problem. I think the fent had just tipped in the silo, so that should be back at the field soon, and that'll get the combine all unloaded. And hopefully in the first day of August, I'm guessing, the field 88 will be ready, and we can cut that, and we'll do that for silage. And then I think, well, I know already we've got enough ingredients for TMR for dairy cows, but yeah, I mean, we've done it on every save, and cows are cool, very interactive, I guess is maybe the wrong word, but feeding, all that sort of stuff is good stuff. But it's nice to break it up and yeah, just take our time getting to that point, because obviously once we get them, there's a lot more involvement with TMR and stuff, whereas at the minute with the beef cattle, It's just hay bales and topping up a bit of water every now and again. So we are going to get dairy cattle, but just not quite yet. When we do, we're going to have plenty of hay, silage and straw to make sure that we can look after them and feed them properly. There we go. We'll catch a bit of that there. So I think a couple of headlands. I mean, it doesn't really matter with mowing for hay because it's just dropping a... it's not even dropping a swath, is it? We're in wide spreading mode, so we can be as neat or as untidy as we want. But yeah, we're going to push on. I think what I'll do is we'll get to the end of this run here, catch as much as we can of the bit that I missed. There we go, back up a little bit. Got that, and then we'll just have a quick tab to the combine, which is still waiting. Where on earth is everybody? There we go. Right. Is that going to be sufficiently out of the way now, do we think? So where has the New Holland ended up? That's going to go to the wait point. That's fine. Okay, so they're both on the way back to the field, which means we can hop out just about here. Go and find our John Deere. Can we get over this fence? Oh yes. We can carry on with our mowing. So headland done, and we're now just cutting away at the rest of the field. Now, a couple of things that I meant to say in the last episode, but I completely forgot. So first one, at the end of the episode where I was cultivating with the Xerion in field 2, I said about maybe getting a front cultivator to run with our drill. Now, I don't think that that is something that would work for two reasons. One, when I say work, I mean for us. First one is the fact that we have got quite a wide drill, and I don't think the cultivator that I'm thinking of is that wide. And secondly, I think it would make tram lines virtually impossible to do. So we're not going to do that. Might do it on another series at some point, maybe. Maybe Attingham. Could be something for Attingham because the fields are a lot smaller. And yeah, we're not doing the sort of tram lines on there. And the second thing was, so one of the awesome random useless facts was about people talking to themselves. And Mark Haythornthwaite did actually point out that in my videos I am sat talking to myself, and I hadn't actually thought of that, so that did really make me chuckle. Thank you, Mark, for pointing that out. Yeah, really did make me laugh, that one. But it is, I'm sat here talking to myself, unless I'm doing multiplayer with this serve, obviously then we're talking, but yeah, spend an inordinate amount of time sat talking to myself, so yeah, have to have a think about that one. Maybe try to maybe double check the facts before I start reading them out, but yeah, it did amuse me, that one. So we are cracking through this field. It's not taking us long at all. In fact, we might get to do 86, I think, as well today. I think we'll finish up here. We'll go and check on the state of things in the wheat field, just to make sure that everything is running reasonably smoothly. We may need to look at adjusting the course back into the main yard, I think, if the tractors and the trailers are going to keep on getting stuck. But other than that, hopefully it's running smoothly. Last little bit of field 87, and nice quick job to fill in the time whilst the harvesting gets done. Get that little bit in the other field for us, so we can turn those off, raise them up, wait for the back ones to go, there we are, and fold up. Now I'm going to tab to the combine. Do we think everything is working? Place your bets now. Oh. That hasn't moved. So, where is everything else? Really? I think we'll get in here and stop. Thank you. Why is it trying to go that way? Into the field. It's too sharp. It's too sharp, he says. I don't know. It's going out and then back in. Really? I don't know. I don't think we're going to be able to do much with that. Never mind. Just need to keep an eye on it and see how it gets on. Now, we are going to follow on behind the... Oh, no, we shouldn't need to, actually. 16,000 litres. No, that can stay at the waypoint. Right. We'll... I will make sure that that unloads properly and carries on. And then I think what we might do is try to do something a little bit different with the course. I'm not happy with it. I don't want to have to keep coming back to it. So, yeah, I'm going to have a bit of a play and I'll see you in a second. Well, it's all silent. Few panicky moments. The vent decided to bury itself in a tree, trying to enter the farm. So that tree's gone. I've tweaked the course coming out, and I think that the trailers are now going to clear when they come out the yard and turn left. Combine got emptied before it cut in. So, fingers crossed, it's going to work a little bit smoother now. So that should mean we can find ourselves the John Deere. There we go. We'll head on to the next field and get that cut. And then it might be time to start a little bit of baling. So everything is running smoothly with the combine and the two carting tractors now. So we've taken the opportunity to come down and get this grass field cut for hay. And yeah, I think now we've got auto drive, or got the auto drive course tweaked enough that the tractors can navigate out of the yard. We shouldn't have any more problems. There isn't a massive amount of the field left. Let's just take a quick look at the map so you can see how much we've got left. Let's have a look at the yield map. And it's decent. You know, this bottom end where I think we've probably got the loam. Have a look. Yeah, is obviously yielding much, much better than the rest of the field. But yeah, so hopefully we can now leave that to do its thing. We've got the fent there, and I think that's nearly full. The New Holland is empty, so we should be able to keep a reasonable amount of progress now. Just watching where that fent's going to go, whether it's trying to drive through the tree line. No, seems to be okay, which is good. So I think we'll get this cut, and like I said, then we'll grab the baler and start collecting some of the straw, and then next time we can get the tedder out, get this all tedded up, and then we'll use our fancy windrower baler combo to get it baled. So that's the plan with that. And then in 88, when that is at its max growth stage, we will be doing that for silage. Come on, lower down, thank you. Just trying to catch the little bits that I keep missing. So yeah, so we'll use our fast bale, customised fast bale for that field. And yeah, we should be in a rather good position to potentially get some milking cows. Now, I don't think we'll be doing anything fancy and changing the age of them. We'll just buy them, feed them, and then we'll start getting milk whenever they are ready. And that'll be a steady source of income. We'll obviously get the manure and the slurry, and we can do a bit of fertilising with that. And then it's just rocking on until we start our sugar beet harvest. Might do a few contracts, possibly, just to see, you know, well, we'll see how much time we have. But yeah, we need to lime these fields once we've done the grass fields anyway. Possibly our arable fields as well, so that's a task in itself. But yeah, things are progressing well. We might see if we can make enough cash to maybe swap a tractor at some point, just to keep things a bit fresh. But yeah, we'll see. So nearly done in this field. It's not taken us long. I think this mowing setup is spot on for the size of grass fields that we've got. So yeah, we'll get this little bit here, and then we can go and grab a baler. Well, with the John Deere parked out of the way of the auto drive course, we can hop back into the case, back very carefully out of the barn shed thing, and head round to the field. Now, for a 4x map, I know we've got our fields very close together, but it still feels compact, if that makes sense. It's not for what we're doing on our little plots of land. It's great because we can just hop from the yard to the fields. We haven't got too much of a trek when doing anything, really. So I'm just wondering whether it's worth doing this yet. Yeah, we'll do it. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, there we go. Lower it down. And let's tackle this mountain of straw first. It's great. So I think what we're going to do is hopefully not cause too much of a problem by starting on the up and down rows, but we can always grab the John Deere if we need to and stick the bale collector on it just to shift them out the way if we do start causing massive problems. Yeah, the X9 is cracking through the field, and it seems like auto drive is keeping up. I only had one message saying it had got a full grain tank, so yeah, reasonable progress. But there you go. New Holland is off again to get it unloaded. Now, I wish I'd put Simple Inspector in. Really do need to remember to try and do that, because it's a cracking mod, and with using Courseplay and auto drive so much, it is handy to be able to see the levels of all the kit. So I think that needs to be loaded in for next time, if I remember. There's the caveat. But yeah, we're just going to plod on, do a bit of baling, and we'll catch up in a little while. So I think we're going to need to either buy another trailer, or I've just had a quick look, we can increase the capacity. I don't know where I'm going. Increase the capacity of our current trailers. So I think they're 20,000 litres at the minute, and we can extend them to 37,500. So I think for next harvest, next year's harvest, that's what we'll do. Just because there is a little bit of downtime whilst the trailers are getting emptied. And they are only, what, 1 1/3 loads out of the combine. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Either buy another one, but then we may have to look at getting another tractor. Or we just do the upgrade and see how we get on. I think for sugar beet harvest we'll probably just lease another trailer, because I'm not sure on the height of the unload auger versus the size of the trailer. So that is the plan for sugar beets, and that should do us okay. Now I'm just going to grab the auto stacker and clear the field a bit. I don't want to push my luck with leaving all of those bales in the field. So we'll hop in to the field now, collect the bales, and yes, if we've got a full auto stacker load, we'll go and sell them. But yeah, so it's just kind of now just finishing off the field, getting all the little jobs done. Say little job, the baling and the selling, and then we're in a good place next time for some grass work. Well, there's 24 bales now on the stacker and 1 left in the field, so that wasn't a bad guess. But what is the betting that auto drive somehow finds that 1 bale and gets stuck on it? If I was a betting man, I'd have a little wager on that, just because that is Murphy's Law. I think the fence full by the look of it, if the New Holland's leaping into action. So we can now pull out here, we'll get to the main road and stick this on auto drive to take them to the sell point. Let's just pull out here. There we go. And click go. Hopefully that is just going to go straight down and not turn into the yard. Perfect. So now we can hop out of there. Let's find what the New Holland is doing. Why are you there? Huh? Come on. We'll take over. Probably make a right hash of this. No? Oh, no, not too bad. There we go. And at least we can get this unloaded, keep it moving, while the Fent goes and empties into the silo. So apart from a few little bits where I guess the ground's a little bit uneven for the header, that is the field done. We managed to get down and back before the Fent had even got to the silo, so it does show that it is a bit quicker doing it yourself, but you can't beat the level of automation that Courseplate and auto drive brings. So we'll just get unfolded again and just go and grab the few little bits that weren't quite caught. We'll turn off chopping as well, or chop this bit for now. It's not going to be a great deal, but you know, every little helps. Just ignore that we aren't destroying the straw swath with the header. There we go. Oh yeah, 13 litres worth. There's a more significant chunk down here. There we go. And then this bit here. And we'll go at it from this direction. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit lumpy and bumpy, but not a problem. Go. Now, is there any other bits? I don't think there was. But we'll have a quick scout around and catch any bits that we may have missed. So I'm not convinced that was worth it. I think we got an extra 95 litres, so that's probably about a tenner. There we go. But, you know, like I said, every little helps. So that can now go and tip. Go on. There we go. We can hop out. we'll get the combine turned off. No, turned off. Hold it up. We'll lower the header down until we get it detached. Now, whilst tabbing through the vehicles, I have discovered a slight issue at the sell point. Now, I've got it to deliver, not just to drive to, so slight schoolboy error there, but we can now turn you off for a second. We'll get this lowered down, and in fact, we'll send that back to the field, I think, because then, was it 83 we were in? 82. Oh dear. It's all go. It's all go. Come on. 82. Off you pop. And we'll deal with the bales, and then hopefully we can get the rest of the baling done, get them sold without mishap, and yeah, conclude the episode. So we've got the baler on the back of the fence, and the case is busily collecting up bales from the field. So hopefully it shouldn't be long before we've got the field done. And this has been a rather quick turnaround, which is good, because then we can move on to other things. I know we've done a fair old bit of harvesting over the past few episodes, but it's kind of the name of the game, really. It's not like we can just leave them. So yeah, not going to apologise too much, but yeah, churning out the bales, it's nice using a round baler and not having to stop. That makes sense. It's just so much quicker. A few little bits around the corners of the field that were not quite captured by the combine or me, but so we got 95 litres off of the bits that we were trying to get, so I'm not too worried about it. Interested to see how many bales we've got off of this field. We've got to go down the last bit of that headland down there, and then we'll be done. Pace is after us, but yeah, kind of not sad, I suppose, that harvest is over. I do like it, but now we can crack on preparing the fields for the next crop, and yeah, deciding what we want to put in. We've got plenty of wheat and barley for the chickens, so we could look at doing maybe a few more cash crops. Might do sorghum in one of the fields, possibly field 2, as it's our biggest field. But yeah, loving it, and yeah, nearly done with the baling. We are running version 1.9, and I haven't really noticed much difference. It's the same with any update. I had a bit of lag when we first started the game up, but overall it's been, yeah, no real change. Hopefully that's going to crack on and find some more bales, because there's plenty for it to be going at. So we'll get this done, and then we'll have a look at how many bales we actually made. So just rinsing off the fence and the baler. We need to look after our new rented toy. I think we should buy this at some point, though. It is pretty cool. So that's that done. Put that back in there, and we can have a look in the statistics. 78 bales we've made. So this is today, so new session for finishing off recording this video, and 78 bales. That is pretty epic. That's going to bring us in a pretty penny. So I've sent the case off to drive to, not deliver, drive to the sell point, and then we can hop in and deliver them actually into the trigger this time and not just randomly on the floor nearby. Now, as I mentioned earlier about trying new bits of kit, there's something that I want to lease next time. It is a tractor, and if you've watched Gaming with James's new series on Carmston, you'll know probably which tractor it is. Clue is that we are in one of them now, and if you know me at all, you know that I do quite like a Fendt. So yeah, I won't say any more. Like I say, if you've watched it, you'll know, but otherwise you'll have to wait and see. So let's just give this a little helping hand. There we go. And that can go off and start to deliver the remainder of our bales. So we are on our way to field 59. Look at the hill. I think the area that we're in is relatively flat, but making our way down to field 59, you can just see how much contour there is to the map. Now, I think that's the field there. Oh, that's somebody's driveway. Aha, here we go. We can turn off the beacons. Now, we're going to do, quite clearly, a cultivating contract in this field, and it does pay rather handsomely at £42,000. That's pretty good. We might do the one in 56 if we've got the time. So yeah, we're going to get unfolded. Now I will quickly set a horseplay course, and I intend to do a little bit of it just because why not? We've got a bit of waiting time with the whilst the pace goes back and forth to the field and the sell point. So okay, we'll start that off on courseplay, and then we can hop in and take over. Now, where is the case? It's not a million miles away from the field, so that's good. Like I said before, it's about an 8-minute round trip, so yeah, it does take a fair bit of time, but I think what we'll do to speed things up is we'll let the Xerion run around and start the cultivating contract. We'll load up the bales and then send it off to the sell point, and we'll sort of hop between the two. So yeah, I'll catch up with you in a little minute. So we're still working our way round the first headland, and that just gives you an idea the size of the field. I have knocked down time just a little bit because even though it's July, the light is starting to go a little bit, but it's not too bad at the moment. Now I'm hoping that at any moment now we should, one, stop missing bits of the field, and two, get a notification that the case has reached Fisher bale sales. So we can skip into the next headland. So that should, I think there's 5 bales left on the field-ish. So we should get another 30k off of the load that's just gone up there. A few more thousand, there we go. A few more thousand off of the couple that are left in the field. And then 40 something off this field puts us in a rather good position financially. Now, probably going to invest that in the milking herd, but I don't see a problem with that. If we're contracting, we're putting it back into the farm. You know, we're not just sitting on a mountain of cash. Yeah, just racking up the interest. So yeah, what we'll do is we will just bring up course plate and sit that back on there. Now it's going to overlap a bit, that's fine, and we can head to green shot. We can head to the case and we can just power on and unload. And then what we can do is obviously send that back down to the field, get the rest picked up, and then repeat. Probably won't show that because I think this video has probably gone on long enough. There we go. Another 26, 30k, just over 30k for that lot. So it does pay to, you know, get it all baled up and sold, especially when we've got plenty for the cows we're going to get in the future. So I'll collect the rest of the bales, we'll do the cultivating contract, and then next time we'll be leasing a new tractor, we'll be getting the grass work done, and probably getting some milking cows. So thank you very, very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the episode. I know I have. It's been a very productive and busy day. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.